What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if we should be excited for Life is Strange True Colors. I thought this would be kind of a cooler topic or a different way of wording the topic, right? Where it kind of lets me just talk about my opinions of this game, around a month or so, a little less than a month before the game comes out, in terms of a little bit of worries and also quite a bit of excitement, and kind of framed under this this general topic. So, look, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for Life is Strange True Colors. I feel like over time kind of gone up and down on my overall excitement for this game ever since it was first announced, or maybe even like a month or two before, because we did hear a pretty good amount of stuff about this game, before it was formally announced. And I feel like now it's starting to climb. And that tends to happen with me with a lot of games, is over time, or as we get closer to the game releasing, my excitement starts to kind of skyrocket, and then it'll kind of peak maybe like a couple days before the game comes out, and then obviously it's Judgment Day for the game. You know what I mean? I think one of the things that excites me the most is that it's Deck 9. It really, I know that everybody looks at Deck 9 as some, like a savior or like a really good studio. I like Before the Storm. I borderline love Before the Storm. I don't think it's as good as the first season. I don't think it's as good as, like the Farewell episode is technically part of it, even though it's not, right? I love the Farewell episode to death. It's honestly part of the reason I feel really good about Deck 9 is I think they get it. I think they understand Life is Strange. And in terms of Before the Storm, I like it. I like it for what it is and what they were working with, which is, telling a story between Chloe and Rachel. You know what I mean? And, wanting to have powers, but, like, you can't do time travel. You got to come up with kind of your own thing. So they came up with that talkback feature, which wasn't great, but it wasn't, like, absolutely horrible. But it's just, to me, it's a breath of fresh air. So to be flat out honest with you, like, I respect Don't Nod, and they literally started this entire thing, and they deserve props, credit, accolades, all of those kind of things. I really think they dropped the ball with Life is Strange 2, and no matter what you feel about it, the fact is Don't Nod's done with it. You know what I mean? Now, they may come back one day, but the fact is they're done with it, and the future of Life is Strange, at least for now, rests with Deck 9. And to me, because I was so underwhelmed and didn't like Life is Strange 2 so much, I do look at True Colors as just a chance of being something different, while also obviously being, in the Life is Strange universe. So that's the first thing to me, is just a breath of fresh air. Second thing is visuals. I mean, I am genuinely impressed every single time I see the game. I've always been a fan of the look of these games. Even you can go back, even Life is Strange 1. There were obviously a lot of critics on the visuals. And look, if you didn't like them, that's totally cool. It's up to you. You can decide what you like and don't like. I always liked it. I always liked the lighting. I always liked how like the characters just visually looked. Obviously, the lip syncing was pretty bad, but they admitted that, at the time. But I always enjoyed it. And I've liked kind of the steps they've taken. I mean, Before the Storm, well, I guess they've all been iterations of the first one. You know what I mean? But Before the Storm was that big jump where it's like, wow, like, you can make it look good. And then 2 looked good, and 2 looked a lot like Before the Storm, right? And then obviously now there's True Colors. I mean, True Colors looks on literally another level. And also, not to be, kind of cheesy or cliche with the word colors, but like the coloring, literally, like the lighting, the actual colors and just visuals of it look absolutely phenomenal. I'm really, really impressed with how the game looks, and that to me, that counts for something. Now, it doesn't count, when the game comes out. If it's pure garbage, the visuals will not save it, in my mind. You know what I mean? So I want to make that, clear. Visuals are something that can hook me on a game or project, early on, and it's probably going to make me want to play it. But then, if everything else sucks, I'm not going to say it's saved just because of visuals, But it's just to, I guess, make that clear. But visually, looks really impressive. I like the idea of emotions. Now, here's the deal. Here's one of the main reasons I would say I'm excited, and I'm at least going to give them a chance in this way. I think Life is Strange has always been a thing about, I would say, doing more than one thing at a time. You know what I mean? Life is Strange 1 was like a teen drama, but it was also like a time, like using powers, but it also tackled several different, issues throughout the game. Life is Strange 2, even though I didn't like them, they did kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? They went very political. They went for like a brother on the run kind of thing, right? So they were tackling different things at the same time. Now, in my opinion, Life is Strange 2 didn't do it very well in terms of just how they did it, or, I've talked about that before. But, like, in my opinion, going more on the positives, I guess, Life Life is Strange 1, I think, did it really well. They really, I think, handled, a friendship between Max and Chloe well, like an estranged friendship that came back together. It was like a murder mystery because of Rachel Amber, right? I would say maybe they dropped the ball a little bit on the supernatural powers because it didn't go as far as I think a lot of people wanted it to go. But for the most part, I think they balanced it rather well. True Colors, I don't think they're doing as much. Like Life is Strange 1, just by that alone, I think it, I'm not going to keep a tally, but I think it probably did like 4 or 5 different things. It was trying to handle 4 or 5 different themes throughout it. Life is Strange 2, I feel like did less, and again, I don't think it did it well, but True Colors, I feel like is doing kind of the same thing, where they're not going to focus on 1,000 different things. They're going to kind of keep it small and contained, and to be honest with you, that's another reason why I'm excited about it. I feel like this is an honest criticism of 2, right? And one that I do feel like is backed up. One of the reasons I never liked 2 is because you never stay in the same place for too long. And, I mean, I get, again, the brother on the run thing, but when you meet a character and you're only going to talk to them for like 30, 40 minutes in an area that maybe looks nice or maybe is interesting, you'd like to learn more, but you're only going to be there for 1 episode. You know what I mean? And they all kind of feel very detached from each other. I didn't like that. Whereas in 1, or even Before the Storm, these are characters that are repeating. You're going to learn to like them or maybe hate them. You're going to learn about the area. Like Arcadia Bay is a character. And how did it become a character? Not by seeing it for 10 minutes, by seeing it for a while. And, Deck 9 literally has kind of made that point for True Colors. They've talked about, like, keeping it, like, in one spot, which I love. I actually really like that idea because now I feel, again, we may hate these characters. They may be, like, badly written, badly acted, whatever. We may love them, but at least we're going to see them, evolve in some way, hopefully, right? Evolve over the course of the game. Again, even the spot. I live in Colorado right now, so, like, it being set in Colorado, like, honestly, that doesn't give it, like, extra points or anything, but the fact is, again, you're staying in one spot. So, if the area is really cool or it basically has a life of its own, you're going to be able to experience that. And then the powers, look, I mean, I guess in terms of, like, excitement-wise, I can't say I'm, like, over the moon about, about reading emotions. I don't think it's, like, the greatest power of all time. I do think, and I've said this before, time travel was probably the best one, and they did that for their first one. So after that, you can kind of only go downhill. You know what I mean? I do think the idea... Now, I actually think pitched the idea of reading minds, which is kind of what, she can do. It's kind of what Alex can do. And so I think they're kind of close to what I wanted it to be. Because in my opinion, that's... knowing something that other people don't know. That's kind of what I like in these powers. And so, like, time travel, right? Like, you can go in the future, you can go in the past, even like alternate timelines, and you can see things and outcomes and pasts and stuff that not everybody can see. I like that idea. Life is Strange 2, literally Daniel could use the Force. That's it. He can move a rock. He could do a Force push. Like that to me was very lame. Did not like it. I mean, I'm not going to apologize for it. I did not like the usage of his powers, and he was like, you had to babysit him. Again, I can go on and on and on. I like the idea of True Colors more than 2, but I don't think I like it more than 1. So I would say, in terms of her ability, it's kind of in the middle. I think there's places they can go that can make it really cool, right? And make it very personal and all that stuff. But I also think there's ways that they could drop the ball, even in one way of just not making it interesting enough, where you just don't feel like you're doing enough with it, or it's not really powerful, or it's not really consequential to anything. You know what I mean? So, I feel like I covered a lot of bases here. Again, I'm pumped. I'm again, for anything that people are going to say about me, or, I did not like Life is Strange 2. I know there's a lot of people that will say that, or, will call me out on it. I mean, I'm probably buying the biggest, I don't even know what it is, like the digital deluxe edition, the one that will come with remastered collection and the Steph DLC. Like, I'm going all the way. I'm going to be playing all of this stuff. So I do want to support it. I want to give Deck 9 a chance because, in my opinion, they haven't let me down yet. Don't Nod did. Deck 9 to me has not. I liked Before the Storm. I loved Farewell. I think that's maybe my favorite episode of Life is Strange in general, is the Farewell episode. So I trust them until they let me down. And so that's what True Colors is it's a test experiment to me. So let me know what you guys think. As always, in the comments, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I will be covering this game quite a bit over the next, 3-4 weeks. I got a lot of different videos planned for it. And then obviously when the game comes out, I'll be talking about my opinions and theories and all that kind of stuff once the game is out as well, okay? So again, make sure you guys are subscribed. Also, if you guys want to check out any of our other stuff, I do have a Twitter. If you guys want to follow me there, I have a second YouTube channel. I upload to one video a day. We also have Patreon and YouTube memberships. You guys get exclusive stuff back if you guys support us there. All the links for those things are in the description below, okay? Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.